We are struggling a little bit. It's okay. But here I am. Episode, I think this is 7? Episode 8 of the Whiskey Bible Podcast. I'm all by myself tonight, very sadly. Unfortunately, Frank couldn't make it tonight. He had some stuff going on. But we got a show must go on. I can't let you guys down. So here I am. We're going to have some pours together. So you're basically going to be choosing my pours tonight. Whatever you want me to drink, within reason, as long as it's like cracked. I may fresh crack some bottles, but basically anything's open for grabs. So you tell me what to drink and I'll have it. As I'm waiting, I will pour myself a pour. Love to start with a little Weller 12. Nothing wrong with that. It's always a great first pour. Gary is here. Gary was actually supposed to be a guest star tonight, but he is sick, so figured I don't really want to get sick, so here I am drinking alone. Some may say that's a problem, but I don't think it's that big of a deal on a Saturday night. You know, I actually leave for Virginia tomorrow. I get to pick up my lottery winning at Bowman Distillery, so that will be a future video for sure. Very excited. This is just starting with Weller 12. Gary, throw something in the chat. What do you want me to drink next? Since you're the first person commenting here, I think you should get first choice. Here's like, man, I wish I was really there now. The Weller 12. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Frank. Cheers. First pour tonight. Wellers are always great starters. You know, very just smooth, easy sipping. And the Weller 12 year is great. Oh, Frank's in the chat. Cheers, Frank. Thank you for joining in and watching. You know, now you know what it's like to watch us, so that's fun. How about that Booker's? I'm curious how it is. Oh, which Booker's, Gary? That was the one bottle I was thinking in my head where if someone mentioned that bottle, I would crack it. Maybe in the future I can do a video of comparing it because remember you were supposed to bring over the Infinity tonight. We were supposed to do a three-way pour. Unfortunately that just didn't happen. But I can possibly, wherever it is, oh it's over there. I can possibly crack that. Reserves of course. What, you don't want me to drink some old open bottle of Kentucky tea? Let me finish this Weller 12 year. Maybe we can talk. Are you drinking, Gary? Are you able to taste anything? I don't know. Colds, no matter, even if it's not COVID, even if it's just a cold, it tends to mess with your palate. I always notice. Throws off your taste, your smell, everything. It's terrible. Frank, are you drinking? That's what I'm curious about. Do you have anything with you? Do you have a pocket bottle? Let's see. I think I can get the reserves out. If I can spin around here. Hopefully Tim will be joining us. But he is on the front lines protecting our country from the Grinch. It's very important. Nice bottle of Coca-Cola. Where? Oh, you're drinking that. I thought I left a bottle of Coca-Cola on the shelves because I tend to put stuff up there and then try to take it down before the videos. But yeah, Coca-Cola is great. Can't go wrong with Coca-Cola. I was always a Coca-Cola person over Pepsi. I know some people prefer Diet Pepsi. Diet Pepsi's pretty good. I like Diet Pepsi better than Diet Coke, but I like regular Coke better than regular Pepsi. If that makes sense. If we're reviewing sodas, I'm actually very excited to get into this. This just dropped in the greater state of Pennsylvania last week. And Wine and Spirits did not put any limits on it because, you know, if it's not from the Sazerac company, it's not allocated, apparently. That's what I get from them. And Frank, you know, always if you have a suggestion on what you want me to drink, after the Bookers, we'll go for it. This is going to be quite a fun evening. Bus does leave at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for Virginia, so by bus I mean the Buick LaCrosse that's sitting out front. I don't know, I'm excited for the trip. They do free tours just like Buffalo Trace down there. It's a great distillery. Mary and George are the stills. They're not actual real people. Tony, the whiskey fairy, got me with that last time I was down there. She said, make sure you say hi to Gary. Make sure you say hi to Mary and George. And I asked if Mary and George were working, and they said, yeah, they're usually always working. And they brought me in the back of the room. Back room could be a very scary place. And I met Mary and George, the big stills. They weren't real people. Well, let's finish this Weller 12. Great bottle. Never disappoints. Now, Gary wanted me to crack this, and I can't say no to the first person who requested something, so it's happening. The Booker's Reserves 2024. It's a beautiful bottle. I didn't think I was going to get a second one. I originally got a first one from Joe Canal's Lawrenceville in New Jersey. Usual Booker's box. Nothing different about the box other than it just says Booker's Reserve on the front plastic. And Booker's Reserve is aged a minimum of 8 years, 2 months, and 12 days at 62.95 proof. Welcome to the Reserves. There's a whole story. I'm not going to bore you with the whole story. And it has up to 14 years, 4 months, and 16-day-old whiskey in it. So it's a blend of all different aged whiskeys, as Booker's usually is. Color, deep golden chestnut. It has a bunch of tasting notes on here. Again, a lot of information for me to share. The color is this beautiful brown wax, beautiful brown label. I think they really did a really good job with the bottle design. Booker's Reserve. I like how they purposely offset it. And here comes one of my number one weaknesses. Frank knows what it is, and he's about to feel my pain with cracking this wax. So here we go. Frank, don't worry. When you're back up and running again, I will definitely be having a pour of Booker's Reserve with you. That's trash. So here we go. Booker's Reserve. Thank you, Gary, for suggesting this to me. I wasn't going to crack it unless somebody said something, so happy you did. Happy to pour it. First sip, first crack, and the wax came off nice and easy. Synthetic cork, you don't get a lot off the cork. Which is strange. I think I remembered I'm using a real cork before. Now they're synthetic. Is that new? I don't know. See here. Did I rinse? I don't think I rinsed. I'm all out of sorts tonight. Frank sent a bottle. Yes, bottle pop. Frank, there's a oh my God, I completely forgot what I was going to say. In the future, we will definitely be comparing this to other Bookers. That will definitely be a future video. It's weird, it's like tasting water there. Oh, here it is, Booker's Reserve. I don't have a Booker's Glencairn. I have some Jim Beam Glencairns. Very small pours. Gary's already going to hate me for that, but this could get very crazy very quickly because there's no limits. Unlike a liquor store, there's no limits here. You could just keep firing stuff off. Let me get this out of the way so you can kind of see the shelf behind me. A lot of this stuff is kind of below the bar, so if you have something in mind that you think I have, I probably have it. So go ahead and throw it in the chat, and if I do, I'll definitely, I'll drink it. I don't care. Ooh. Booker's Reserve, right away, dried fruits, sugars, almost like a sugar cookie. Yeah, this is a proofer. High proof, but man, it's got really nice brown sugars and cookies and a little bit of honey in there. Bean nuttiness is present, but it's almost like a hazelnut coffee, like a really, really nice nutty hazelnut. Nutella is a very, very good note for this. Nutella hazelnut chocolate. Gary, cheers. Booker's the reserves. Very, very excited. Okay. It drinks very, very smoothly. I'll tell you right now. It does not drink like 120 proof plus whiskey. But the nose is so much better than the palate. Okay. Maybe it's just because that was the first sip, but I did not get a lot off the palate of that, really, at all. Wow. I would say maybe like a vanilla cream, a little bit of oak. I don't know. Hey, it was the first sip. I don't know. Tasting notes I should have got for rich vanillas. Well, I got the vanillas. And hints of charred oak. Well, I think I pretty much nailed that. Vanilla and hints of oak. That's pretty funny. I didn't even look at that. But wow. I mean, it drank super smooth, like I said, but even on the finish there's like nothing there. It had like no body behind it. Nose changed a little bit. I'm getting cinnamon now. Cinnamon. More cinnamon. Maybe a cinnamon. Let's see what a second sip does of the Booker's Reserves. I really, really want to like this. I really want to be blown away by this. Let's see. Okay, yeah. MSRP $129.99. I think is what I paid, or $124.99. Yeah, something like that. 125-ish, 130-ish. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But wow, that's a shocker. Usually Booker's is thick and oily. You could almost chew it, and finish normally lasts a while. Gary, this is polar opposites from that. Like, I'm actually shocked. I don't want to even say I'm disappointed. Well, I am disappointed, but I'm shocked that this does not have the body that I thought it would. I thought it was going to be almost like a GTS, like really high proof and chewy and really good mouthfeel and coating in the mouth, but it's like I can't even describe it. You'll have to taste this next time you're over. It's like unbelievably like smooth. You don't even feel like you're drinking bourbon, but it's almost too smooth. It's too easy drinking. If I'm paying $130 for a bottle of like a limited release edition, I want it to have some really good chewable factors to it. It's funny, and there's all I get is cinnamon now. Bit of clove. Well, let's finish it off. Booker's Reserve. Weller 12 had more flavor than Booker's Reserve. Just saying. Just saying. Cheers. I hope it opens up. Last sip was probably the best out of the three. I was able to pull more fruit notes from that one, almost like a dark, maybe like a dark cherry, like a black cherry. But I don't know, man. Highest grade bourbon created here at Beam. The whiskey in this package is the highest grade bourbon created here at Beam. Well, Mr. Jim Beam, Mr. Fred Nell, whoever you are, might want to go back to school for a couple of years. False advertising. Hey, maybe that is the best they can do. But I have a Baker's 13 here over there that has way, way much more flavor than that. All right. Come on, guys. My glass is empty. What am I drinking next here? I need a suggestion. I'm not going to drink until someone says something. I can't drink until someone says something. Pick a pour. Pick anything. If you think I have it, just shout it out there. Yep. There you go, Frank. Thank you. Thank you. I can't really type in the chat. I'm on a different phone right now because my phone is over there. But, yeah. Don't be afraid, Gary. Repeat. Just shout something out there. Anything, for the most part, is game. There's a few bottles up there that I need to wait for Frank. I couldn't crack it without him. Oh, Midwinter's Night Dram. Okay. That I could use tonight. It's about maybe 25 degrees outside. It was 16 when I woke up this morning and went to work. Pardon me, I have to go on a trip to get the Midwinter's Night Dram out. All right. Midwinter's Night Dram, I have Act 10, Scene 6. I don't have any of the newer ones, just based on reviews of other people. It seems to be getting worse and worse each year. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's false. But this will definitely be good tonight. I've actually been wanting to drink this lately. I've been wanting to reach for a pour. 49.3 proof, limited engagement, blend of straight rye whiskeys finished in port barrels. Now, the controversy for this is MSRP is $135 now, and you never see it at MSRP. Anywhere you see it, it's like $150, $160, $170 for a port-finished rye whiskey. That's not even made in Kentucky. I just think they price themselves way, way out of control. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't had it in a while. It's a perfect night for it. Thank you, Frank, for the suggestion. Just a little bit here, just to wet the whistle. Terry says, Weller foolproof. Okay. That's actually a funny suggestion. Terry, I will honor your Weller foolproof. Don't worry. Terry probably couldn't type in the chat. Anybody here? Be sure to go back and look at our short about the giveaway too. We're giving away some bottles of whiskey, possibly, some labels signed by us, Whiskey Bible labels. There's only 3 in existence. You could be one of the ones. You could be one of the ones to own one of these labels. They are badass. And of course they will be signed because our signatures may be worth something someday. You never know. Midwinter's Night Dram. It's got that port finish. Definitely get it on the nose. Very grapey. Well, I guess that's the port wine. I amaze myself at my notes. Terry, if you're having issues not seeing the chat, you could not be logged in on your YouTube account. Make sure you're logged in, and then you'll be able to see the chat. It should be right below. Also, having the YouTube app really, really helps. So log into your Google account, YouTube app, you should be able to see it. If you're not logged in, it won't let you see it because you can't comment if you're not signed in. Gary, actually, Sagamore, I believe we're stopping at on our way down to Bowman Distillery tomorrow morning. So, we'll see. See what they have. I think they released a 9 here. I don't know if it's limited or if even if it's sold out yet or not. Cheers, Frank. Thanks for picking this Midwinter's Night Dram. Park City, Utah. This bottle's been open a while, and I do say I will definitely probably have to kill this bottle this winter because it's starting to get a funky note, like this vinegary note. But getting past that, I like the Midwinter's Night Dram for the most part. I wish the price was lower. If it was like a $60 to $70 bottle, I'd be buying it all day long. It's got great flavors, ripe fruits, chocolates. There's some kind of weird, that might just be the vinegar note I'm getting, some kind of weird tart, almost like a lemon or an orange zest. I don't know. Very interesting. Kind of like it. Only give myself 2 pours of this one, Frank. Cheers, everybody. Last sip. Then I have to go on an adventure, so you can enjoy my collection as I get up and walk across the room. You know, Midwinter's Night Dram, it's definitely a winter sipper. Around a fire pit, you know, nighttime, ice cold outside. You know, I love it when it's cold outside if you drink outside in the wintertime and your glass gets really cold and like you drink your whiskey and it's like as cold as the air. I really kind of like that. There's something about that. You know what I'm talking about if like you go outside and you smoke a cigar in the wintertime. Okay, that's good. Midwinter's Night Dram is done. Now I have to go get a Weller Foolproof for Terry. Everybody stay right here. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I have to go to the backstash of whiskey. So there's a reason I had to go to the backstash, and that's because I didn't have one of these open at the moment. I have one up there, but that's the vertical, and I don't want to break my vertical, although I have others. All right, Terry's got it. See that, Terry? I could be an IT specialist. So Terry's going to make me crack a Weller Foolproof, brand new bottle. This is the 2024 edition, so it kind of fits suit tonight. We'll get to see how the 2024 edition stacks up. Secondary's actually been kind of going up on this bottle. It dipped down to a 140 mark at some point, 150. Now it's up to like 180, 190. MSRP is still 50. In the past, I remember, if I can get this foil off, in the past, I remember this is not much better than Weller 107. I think I tried this side by side with the Weller 107, and I was like, what's the hype around this? Other than my favorite color being blue, and kind of liking the label of it. I don't know. We'll see. How's the 2024 edition? Last one I had was 2022. Doesn't make a difference. Do the batches on these make a difference? They just blend them together anyway, right? I guess. I don't know. Even in small batch stuff, like people say that the flavor doesn't change. I feel like it changes, right? No barrel is the same. So if you mix 30 different barrels together that all have different notes than the other 30 barrels from previous years, it's got to change at least somewhat. Weller Foolproof. No one's. I'm really surprised. You guys are taking it easy on me, and I appreciate it. I do. Although, it can be fun to reach for the top shelf once in a while. Terry says we have a 92-year-old follower. Wow. Very cool. Terry. I was logged in as my mom as I subscribed her to Whiskey Bible the other day. Thank you, Terry. Terry's getting up there on the giveaway list. Again, if you can, whoever gets the most subscriber wins the best prizes. That's kind of how it's going. Love Weller. Love Weller. Okay. Fresh crack. I can't talk tonight. Stay in school. Geometry class is very important to learn how to speak. Nose on a fresh crack Weller Foolproof. I can't tell you the last time I've had this. Gary, you have a Weller Foolproof? Pour it with me. You know, it's got this grassy note, but it's a nice grassy note. I don't think I've ever had a nice grassy note before. Sweet oak. Shoe store. Like a leather, I guess. But not a real leather. Like a fake leather. Like a kid's. Like, don't think like sweaty feet. Think like you just walk into like a shoe store in the mall. Like that Chinese fake leather. Kind of has that note. Smells really good. Let's see. Cheers. 2024 batch, Weller Foolproof. And can you guys believe there's like 2 weeks left in 2024? 1, 2, maybe 3. 2.5, 3. Can't do math. Cheers. $114 proof goodness right there. Very good. Again, everything's drinking really smooth to me tonight. This drank really smooth. So the difference between Weller Antique 107 and Weller Foolproof 114 is 7 proof points. There's no age statement difference. This is also non-chill filtered. So how much of a difference is there? I don't know. This definitely tastes very good. This definitely tastes like a premium Weller product. Terry, I'm so happy you're here and actually in the chat. Are you guys enjoying being speakeasy bartenders? It's kind of fun, right? Next, go with, oh, hold on, hard to see. Next, go with one of my all-time favorites, Stag Jr. Frank, if you're still watching, do you see what they're doing to me? Are you catching on the trend of what's happening? 126 proof Booker's Reserve, 114 proof Weller Foolproof. Next, we're going to be going with a 137.9 proof Stag. I think they're trying to knock me down. I do. I think they're trying to see what I can handle drinking by myself. And want to see if I'll actually wake up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm up for the challenge. Don't tempt me with a good time, Gary. The only Stag I have open right now is a Stag store pick, and that is from Buy Right in New Jersey. I was very lucky enough to grab one of those. Thank you, Chris. Chris is a great guy. Once I finish this Weller Foolproof, I will go for that. Everclear. Frank, I do not own a bottle of Everclear. This is Whiskey Bible, not grain alcohol Bible. If I had it, I would do it for you, though. I would. Just Everclear. But I don't have any. I have none. That would be crazy. Oh, darn. Frank's still singing the 9,999,999,999,999 bottles of whiskey on the wall song. Cheers. Weller Foolproof. Terry, thank you for the suggestion. Any new people in the chat, shout out a whiskey. I'll drink it. Anything you see here. Anything. Anything. Whatever you want. There's even stuff over there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Yeah, you can see it. If you can't see it, screenshot, zoom in, and choose. It's always a choice. Kind of move to the side a little bit for that. If you want to take a screenshot and you want to leave for a second, just make sure you come back. Then you can zoom in on all the different bottles. There's a lot of stuff down here, so if you don't see it up here and you want me to drink it, let me know. If I have it, I'll pour it. One thing I'm really hunting is E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye. I think that's big on my hit list next. I really want to bring that to you guys, to you viewers. Trying to get one. We'll see how that works. See how that works. See if Pennsylvania gets it and what they do with it, if they release it online or if they lottery it. That'll be interesting. You know, this kind of smells like, I'm sorry, I just keep nosing this because it has a great nose. This has a rick house smell. It almost smells like the Buffalo Trace rick houses. There's one person in the chat I definitely know knows what that smells like. The other people I've been talking to tonight, I'm not sure if they've ever been. Terry definitely has. I don't think Gary ever has. Because I think Gary's afraid of what would happen if he got dropped off in Kentucky with a credit card. His wife may be a little upset. All right, here we go. Cheers. Weller foolproof. I will say, 2024 batch. Definitely from what I remember, better than 2022. That's just me personally. I like it a lot. Also, blows that Booker's Reserve away, like way out of the water, gone. Yep. Gary said house would be foreclosed on if he came to Kentucky. Well, Gary was invited to come with the Whiskey Bible to Kentucky next year. We'll be going down the month of July. So, see if he comes. If he doesn't, that's okay. But I always like to invite people. It's fun. Certain people, special people. If you get an invitation to come with me and Frank from Whiskey Bible to Kentucky with us, you know you're special. All right. Stag Junior, in quotes, store pick. Gotta rinse this. Frank, you know, it's very quiet here without you. I feel like Frank is definitely a very big carrier of this channel. He does a lot of work for us. So let's all thank Frank for all the work he does. Because me trying to figure out, as you may have saw, if you were here in the beginning, trying to figure out this live stream was not good. I was like standing like this way, and he's texting me, he's like, you got it vertical. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to end stuff. Terry, which store pick? This is the store pick that you have. This is the buy rate pick, 137.9 proof. This is great. Me and Terry actually got this on the same day. Chris was doing bundles of this with a Pinhook store pick 8-year vertical series. And it's $150. And that's great. I have such a great deal. The Pinhook alone is an $80 to $85 bottle. And it's an excellent bottle. So Terry went in there and he got 2. And I went in there, I'm like, give me like 5. And I bought 5 of them. And that was probably one of the best decisions I ever made. Got to support the store. They got to sell some of their store picks. And we got some great bottles. Because both those bottles are excellent. I've gone through 2 bottles of that Pinhook War series. And actually, I have it right here if anybody's interested. I do believe they still have some left at Byright, Hamilton, and Hopewell. This is the 8-year, so make sure you're looking for that one. The 9-year is coming out this year. And this just so happens to be bottle 1. So that's special. Great, great bottle. It's excellent. Wow. What a great thing that was. One of the best days in whiskey hunting history. I think Terry would agree. That Pinnacle 8 is good. Pinnacle 8-year vodka. Uh-oh. Terry fell off the wagon. Terry's drinking 8-year Pinnacle vodka now. Yeah, Terry got 2 that day. I remember you got 2. That's great. All right. Stag store pick time. Very little pours. Because you people are getting crazy. Let's see how fast it takes Luke to fall off the chair. Right? I'll never hit end on the live video. It'll just be go all night long. Hey, as long as you stick around and give us the viewing hours, I'll leave it up. You can look at the whiskey bottles. 8-year with the Stag. Yeah, Terry, that was a killer deal, man. I hope he does that this year with the 9-year Pinhook. I know he's doing, I don't think he got a Stag pick this year yet. Of course, this year's almost over. But I think he has an Eagle Rare coming. see how that is. I love Eagle Rare picks, so I'm excited for down there. This is one of my favorite Stag store picks of all time. It's got the more earthy characteristics, which I always liked a little bit of earth. Doesn't have that big cherry bomb, it's more earthy. Dark, if I have fruits, it's dark fruits. It's very dark fruits. Maybe raspberry in there. Raspberry, there's P in raspberry. For those of you who didn't stay in school. Cheers. You guys have been great bartenders so far. That is excellent. Gary, I think you have one of these. I think you got one of these one way or another. This is definitely a bottle you have to crack because you're a big Stag fan. You would really appreciate this. Nose is... Oh, wow. Best pour tonight so far. Finished so long. This is what I wanted that Booker's to be, but it wasn't. I just keep going how bad that Booker's was. Frank's like, I don't even know if I want that now. Well, you gotta try it. You have to. Guy got like 6 of them. Cheers. Just like I see how fast things go. My glass is about to be empty again. Yep. Gary, that's a lot of words. Gary said, next you should do the bottle that they add to counterfeit Pappy next. They fill E ... That's all I have. I don't know what that is. Oh, they fill empty bottles with this. Color Antique? I actually don't know what you're talking about. That'd be interesting. Stag store pick. Very good. Thank you. Great. Why am I drinking counterfeit Pappy when there's Pappy up there? Just saying. I'm like trying to ease everybody into like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to throw something out there. Worst I can say is no. There's really only 2 bottles up there. 3 that I want to crack. 4. Yeah. Probably about 4. Useless fact of the day, larceny barrel proof. Alright, larceny barrel proof. This is actually a good chance to, since we're talking about Chris and Buy Right Liquors of Hopewell, Hamilton, Yardville, there's a bunch of them that he manages. I'm going to throw this one out there. Look at this. This may be some of your first time seeing this bottle. This is a Larceny Barrel Proof store pick. So this is a Larceny Barrel Proof single barrel, and man, is this fantastic. Right selection, 7 years old, 121.7 proof. Slower on the proof scale, but to me, I kind of like that. I can pull out more of the flavors. If you get too high, like Gary, you might know that your George T. Stagg, for example, is a little high proof for you. You know, sometimes it's good to have those lower-ish proofs so you can pull out more flavors. It's not just all heat. Hampty Boy, Eyes, Eyes, Eyes. What pick is that? I may be behind a little bit here, so I apologize. Yeah. Buy Right pick. $74.99. Same MSRP as regular Larceny Barrel Proof. And this one is killer. This one is great. I know Chris actually picked this himself. He had a choice between this or an Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel Proof pick. And a lot of, like, 90% of the stores chose the Elijah Craig Toasted. And he said, no, I like the Larceny Barrel Proofs. They're always good. They're always great. Terry just got the Adelphia last week. Well, Terry, if you ever make it over here to pick up some of your items that are sitting over there, bring the Adelphia pick. We'll crack that and we'll drink this one together. How's that sound? Terry's a fun person to drink with. I'm having a whole milk. Cheers. Okay. Milk's good. I like milk. I don't know if I like whole milk, though. Whole milk's a little thick for me. I'm not 2% guy myself, but hey, everybody likes what they like. It's like whiskey, right? You like your different kinds of milk. Goat's milk, not a fan. Pig's milk, you're a psycho. Deal. Terry, thank you. Door's always open. To some people. Cheers. Larceny Barrel Proof Store Pick, right selection. Right. I want everybody to close their eyes and picture this. Go ahead, close your eyes. You can do it. No one's going to judge you here. No one can see you. They see me. Close your eyes. I'm going to do it with you. Close your eyes and picture these beautiful roasted almonds like you get at the fair. There's roasted almonds with the candied sugar on top, glazed with honey, glazed with caramel. That's what this tastes like. You can open your eyes now. This is great. Yeah, bring Sherry along, Terry. Bring her. You know, her and my mom can drink wine. Or you can just use me for damage control and say, like, look, this is a person who has a problem. I don't have a problem. Yeah, this Larceny pick is fantastic. And it's selling really, really quickly. I do know for a fact it's selling quickly. So if you think you might want it, get over there and buy it. It might even be on the website, Super Buy Right, Hopewell, or Hamilton. You can go online. You can purchase it for in-store pickup. It'll be ready in minutes for you to get. They even do DoorDash. DoorDash, if you want to DoorDash your liquor, if you're drinking like me and you live in New Jersey and you're like, I don't want to drive because I'm drinking, but I want that bottle, you could DoorDash it and technically have it to your door in maybe an hour. Pretty cool. Cheers. I think it was Terry who suggested this one. No, it was Gary. Well, Gary, yeah, I guess it was Gary. Yeah. Whoever it was, thank you. Cheers. Gary. Thank you, Terry. Gary, Terry. There's a lot of Aries in here. That's good. All right. Glass is empty again. Things are moving very quickly. You have me for about another 15 to 20 more minutes. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just drink water. Water's fine too. Water keeps you hydrated. Saves you from morning boo-boos. Let's get something new. Let's get someone new in here. Let's throw out some new ideas. Hampty boy. What do you want me to drink? What do you see that you like? Let me know. I'm just going to sit here. It's going to be a very boring 15, 20 minutes. Do you have a 2024 cellar aged open? These people with their high proofs, they're killing me. Yes, I do. I'll drink some. Here we go. Maker's Mark Cellar Aged 2024 edition. I also have the whole pamphlet over here. This we did a video on earlier, not too long ago. We actually did a video on this and we compared it to the 2023. Here's the pamphlet that came with it. I got this, someone actually texted me. I was a Monday, I'm off of work on Mondays, and I was laying in bed, I was sleeping in because I had a rough Sunday. And somebody texted me at like 8:15 in the morning, and they're like, dude, you got to get to the Newtown store right now. So I'm like, why? They're like, Maker's Mark Cellar Aged is dropping in stores with no limits. So I got my ass up, I drove to Newtown, I got there 10 minutes before open. There was one other guy there, and we both scored Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. What a cool day that was. I'm not going to read you all that. That would take way too long. 70% corn, 16% soft red winter wheat, 14% malted barley. There's a lot of information. 13 and 12-year-old whiskey. That's all you need to know. And it is, proofs on this side, 119.3 proof. Terry, do you have one of these? I think you do. I think you got one of these when they dropped. It's an exciting bottle. I love the way this bottle was created. It has like a very offsetted slope on the bottom. It looks like a cellar. It looks like you're looking at like an old cellar wall with like the cobblestone like place. 23 and the 24. Yeah, if I have a pretty good memory when it comes to whiskey. I think your son got you a 2023 at the distillery when he was down there. I could be wrong. Somebody did. Maker's Mark. I'm glad we got off the Sazerac train. Although, it's okay, too. Yep, see ya, Terry? Wow, okay. Big difference here. Completely changing everything. Dark chocolates, delicious. Like you're a child and your mom's baking fresh chocolate chip cookies in the oven. Wow. That's an incredible nose. The nose on this has definitely opened up insanely. It's like unbelievable. Werther's Original Candies. Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake. So many sweet notes on this. I get like no spice on the nose. Vanilla pudding. Rice pudding with the cinnamon coating on top. French vanilla ice cream. I'm making some people hungry in here. Cheers, Terry. Thanks for another great suggestion. Gary, Terry's outdoing you. I'm just saying. Terry is outdoing you. Terry has had 3, maybe 2, great selections in a row. Cheers, Terry. Thank you. So, since we're on Maker's Mark, if there's any new people here, I already mentioned this, but again, Maker's Mark giveaway, special label, look at that, Whiskey Bible 2024 will be signed by me and Frank. I mean, how cool would that be? Like, honestly, like, only 3 people in the world are going to have these labels, and you can put it on whatever bottle you want. It can be fancy. You'll have the rarest bottle of Maker's Mark whiskey ever created. Just saying. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Gary wants me to step down the proof of the Rock Hill Farms next. That's still 100 proof, pretty sure. About that giveaway, go see our short video. Blanton's bottle giveaway, Eagle Rare bottle giveaway. It's going to be awesome. All we got to do is get the 500 subscribers, right? We're so close. We're almost to 400. Yeah. Rock Hill Farms just dropped in New Jersey, guys. Go check your liquor stores. And it will be coming to Pennsylvania very, very soon. Maybe March. If I had to say, I would say March 4th, March 5th of 2025. I don't know for sure. I don't know an exact date, but sounds about right to me. Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2024 edition. Thank you, Terry. That turned into a great bottle of whiskey. I didn't like this that much when I first tried it. Definitely opened up with dinner. See, Frank, if you're still watching, you think you're getting off scot-free, and you're watching me drink all this whiskey by myself. Little do you know, when you're fully able to be back on the Whiskey Bible, you have a lot of catching up to do. You do. You admitted you're drinking Coca-Cola right now. You have a lot of catching up to do. Christmas week is going to be a lot of fun for you. All right, Rock Hill Farms. Next. Cellar age is gone. Well, we're done with that. Rock Hill Farms is next. It's right up here. You can say it. I have the whole mural. If you have 3 Rock Hill Farms bottles, you can put them together and actually make a mural of horses running across the pasture. It looks really, really cool. I just had this the other night. Very, very good. If you do not have a Rock Hill Farms bottle and you're looking to obtain one, I could say the closest bottle you're going to get to Rock Hill Farms without paying extreme secondary is John J. Bowman from Bowman Distillery. It is mash bill number 2 from Buffalo Trace, same as Rock Hill Farms. And it's bottled at 100 proof, which is the same as Rock Hill Farms. Yeah. I'm almost positive. 100 proof? Yep. Yeah, so this is basically Virginia Rock Hill Farms right here, if you can find John J. Bowman. And it never disappoints. They're great bottles of whiskey. The corks do leak a lot, like see how that spins so easily? That's bad. You don't want that to happen. This is also, so when I got this bottle, I got this from West Hampton Liquors, this bottle. That was a cool day, and it was leaking like crazy. Like the whole plastic was filled with whiskey on the inside. So I contacted Buffalo Trace, and they actually overnight shipped me a new cork with their full apology letter. I have the letter somewhere, but they're like, we're so sorry for this, and they sent me a brand new cork. And actually, somewhere up on my shelf, it's kind of tucked behind other bottles, but the original cork that was leaking from this is actually up on the shelf. I keep everything. So, Rock Hill Farms is next. Water time. Gary, thank you. Look at that. Small pours, because I want to keep going. I want you guys to test the limits. Frank, if you're still here, test the limits. Come on, make it interesting. You know what I have. Rock Hill Farms. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7th pour tonight, 6th pour tonight. And this is a, if it matters to anybody, this is a 2023 batch Rock Hill Farms. Very grape on the nose. Almost like a grape Jolly Rancher. Wow, I can't get past that. Grape Jolly Rancher. It's funny, it's like the big note I'm getting on the nose. Cheers. Gary, thank you for suggesting Rock Hill Farms. Cheers. It's a great bottle of whiskey. Same mash bill as Buffalo Trace Blanton's. Same mash bill as, not Buffalo Trace. Same mash bill as Blanton's, sorry. It's catching up to me a little bit. Same mash bill as Blanton's, same mash bill as Elmer T. Lee, Hancock's Reserve, and Rock Hill Farms. All mash bill number 2. I think this is my favorite out of those ones that I mentioned. Definitely better than Elmer T. Lee. I don't know. If I was going to go on the mash bill 2 hike, which we may do a video later about, I would say Rock Hill Farms, Blanton's, Hancock's Reserve, Elmer T. Lee. See if that. stays up. Wow, nose is so good now. Now I'm getting really big vanilla notes. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Thank you for another great pour suggestion. Yeah, great pour. Great pour. Unicorn pour for some people. It is a very hard bottle to obtain. Although at the same time, I feel like a lot of people don't know about it. Me and Frank were at a raffle one time, and Rock Hill Farms was the last bottle left. People were choosing Eagle Rare over Rock Hill Farms, and that really amazed me. And I actually got digging, and I got thinking about it, and I started Googling it. And a lot of people don't realize that Rock Hill Farms is Sazerac. It is made by Buffalo Trace. It's a gorgeous bottle. E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. Frank is still here. Yes, Frank, thank you for sticking around with me. Frank is definitely looking at me like, wow, you got a lot going on tonight. Yeah, this is a crazy experience. We're definitely going to have to do this again together, Frank. I would love to do this with you. The pick-a-pour. Is everybody enjoying being bartenders, speakeasy bartenders? I'm enjoying it. Let me tell you. E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. Okay. That's good because it's on the same shelf that the Rock Hill Farms is on. So I'll put the Rock Hill Farms back. And I'll grab the E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. Fantastic bottle right here. That's why I'm trying to find the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye. So, interesting story behind this bottle. This is a super, super unique, one-of-a-kind mash bill from Buffalo Trace. This is the E.H. Taylor Rye mash bill. Obviously. This is the only place you can taste it. Right here. Only mash bill. Like, they have their Sazerac Rye, but this is its own thing. Completely own thing. It even says it in the label somewhere. I don't know. Words look very, very blurry to me right now. But, yeah. This is really, really a special pour if you get to own a bottle. The older bottles, the older laser codes are definitely better than the newer ones. I think this one is 2019. Oh no, this is 2021. Okay. I have a few 2019s I'm very excited to try. I even tried the first one, which is early teens. I tried that one. That one was really, really good. Happy Frank's picking the ryes. No one's been picking the ryes. Everyone's been picking the bourbons. You can get this bigger Marcella Rage here. Cheers, Frank. Wish you were here, man. It's not the same without you. It really isn't. Cheers, Terry. Cheers, Gary, for being top contributors of tonight. We're about wrapping it up here. I think we're going to do this. I think we're going to do one more pour after this. One more pour. So if there's anything that you want to see, let me know. I probably said it about 20 times tonight, but yeah. Straight rye, E.H. Taylor. Okay, let's see. Licorice, Twizzlers, spice or some kind of spice. Vickers Toasted. Lieutenant Terry, which one? I have toasted bourbon, toasted rye, toasted sour mash. And yeah, Michter's Toasted. I'll tell you what, Gary, chime in. Frank, chime in. I will choose my favorite out of the three of what I want to drink from this. So Terry's saying Michter's Toasted Bourbon. Okay. That's Terry's locked in with Michter's Toasted Bourbon. Gary, Frank, if you're still watching, what do you think? Straight rye. Okay, back to the straight rye. Sorry, getting sidetracked. Mint. Like a mint feel. Like a mint Bigelow tea. Green tea? Forgot where it was for a minute. Alright. Cheers. EHLR straight rye. Yeah, it's really funny. It has a rye, like a Buffalo Trace mash bill, but it's rye. But it's not Sazerac rye. It doesn't have this sweet note. It has more of a spice note, which is great. Because that's what I expect in a rye. Sazerac rye is a New Orleans style rye, which has a sweeter kind of mash bill taste to it. This one has the spice, which I really like. Spice like, this is good. And this is the only way you're going to be able to taste this is if you have this EHL straight rye. The only way. You can't just drink Sazerac rye and be like, oh, I'm drinking the same thing as Luke was on Whiskey Bible. Have to have this bottle. It's so unique, so special. You know, notice I'm getting this interesting... Christmas tree. Very good nose. Very good nose. Very good palate. If I were to rate this in my EHLR lineup, where would I put this? Just thinking off the top of my head. And right now I have small batch, single barrel, barrel proof, and straight rye. I'd put this number 2. I'd put this number 2. For a while there, EHLR single barrel was my all-time favorite. I would say now EHLR barrel proof is my all-time favorite. Specifically batch 11, which I feel got a lot of hate, but batch 11 I like a lot better than batch 12. Just my honest opinion. I'm not getting paid for this. Just my honest opinion. Batch 11 EHLR barrel proof, number 1. Straight rye, number 2. Single barrel, number 3. And small batch, number 4. That's why I really, really, really want an EHLR barrel proof rye. Christmas ideas, if anybody wants to get me a Christmas present. Or me and Frank, rather. Just saying. It's out there. You can find it. You'll pay for it. But we'll give you guys credit. We will. Cheers. EHLR straight rye. Thank you, Frank. Thank you for that great idea. It's not one I reach for a lot. It's kind of one I forget about. But when I go back to, I'm very happy. This specific bottle I traded 2 bottles of Bland's for, which is a deal and a half. All right. Terry, if you're still here, I have to bypass your Michter's Toasted idea. I'm just not really feeling toasted bourbon right now. To make up for it, would you be okay if I poured some Pappy Van Winkle 15 year? Let me know if you'd be okay with me pouring some Pappy 15 It's the 2022 bottling of Pappy 15. If you're not okay with it, I'll drink the toasted bourbon. It's just not my thing, and I don't know, I'm just not really in the mood for it. All right, you said sounds good. All right, so we will be drinking Pappy Van Winkle 15 year as our final pour for tonight. Thanks to Terry for agreeing to switch from the EHL rye. Let me rinse. This deserves a rinse. Terry, I think you won tonight. I think you won tonight for pour suggestions. And we're going to end the night off with Pappy Van Winkle 15-year bourbon. This is a great pour. This is the best of the Pappy Van Winkle collection, in my opinion. The 15-year, I've had all of them, except for the rye, which is sitting up there. But I won't crack that tonight. That is saved for Frank. But yeah, let's have a little Pappy 15. Why not? Saturday night, right? Screw it. Now this is a unicorn pour. We will try the mixers when I stop over. Absolutely, Terry. Terry, you know when you come over here, just open a bottle. Just whatever you want to do, pour it. It's here. I don't care. Terry is one of those people where I feel there's a certain group of people, which is like the S tier group of people. Frank is obviously above the S tier. He's like, I don't know, he's like God, right? So you can just come over and whatever you want, I'll pour it for you. Now, I'm not stingy with my pours. But Terry, you want to come over and you want to have some toasted bourbon? By all means, let's do it. Pappy Van Winkle 15 year. This is a special pour. I'm not going to rush for. The video will probably end before I end this whiskey. We'll just say that. Look at this empty space over here. Isn't this just horrible without Frank here? I just feel so empty, so alone. Gary, are you still here? Gary, I haven't heard from you in a while. Did you pass out on NyQuil from being sick? This bottle is insane. What a fantastic bottle of whiskey. I mean, it really makes the Pappy Van Winkle collection just like, this is the best one. I really am looking for the 20 year this year. We'll see if it happens. If it doesn't, it's okay too. But the 15 year is just so, so good. Well, I think this is a great bottle to end it on. It was a lot of fun having you guys as my bartenders and cracking some new bottles for me. I mean, I got to open a new Weller Foolproof, which I was wanting to do. So thank you, Terry, for that. I got to open the Booker's Reserve. Thank you, Gary, for that. It was a really fun night. We got to open some very allocated and rare whiskeys. And this isn't even the Christmas episode. There will be way better things to come towards Christmas time. We'll see when those videos come out. Hopefully next Saturday, Frank will be back. If he's not, though, I will be here. And that's about that. Thank you, everybody who joined in tonight. Frank, Terry, Gary, thank you so much. I believe we had somebody else in the chat at some point. Hampty Boy, thank you very much for letting us know that you drink whole milk. That was very great. Again, I'm a 2% guy, but I'm definitely going to enjoy this happy 15 year after the video concludes. And I had fun tonight. I hope that I was able to put on a great video for you guys, even without Frank being here. Again, really missed him. He's part of this channel, and with him not being here, it's really like losing the heart and soul of the channel. So, Frank, hope you have fun on your endeavors this week. Hope you do whatever you can do. Do miss ya. Can't wait to have you back. But enjoy what you're doing. Terry, thank you so much for joining in. Glad I could help you in figuring out the chat. This is a lot of fun. Get back to your Christmas tree lighting ceremony, whatever you were doing. Tell Sherry I said hi, and I hope to meet her soon. I've never met her. I think her and my mom are going to get along very, very well. And this is episodes, Frank's not here, so he can't tell me. Episode 7, 8, 9 of the Whiskey Bible podcast. And we're having a lot of fun with it. But we're a lot of pours in here. And she says hi. Hi, Sherry. Hello. Shout out to you live on YouTube, where millions and millions of people could view this in the future. Thank you for being here. I don't have Frank to shut off the camera, so I'm going to walk around and do it myself. We'll see how this goes. This might involve a little bit of jostling, but here I go. I'm walking around. I'm going to see what Frank says, what he does. Remember to stay in school, everybody. I'm mitigating the wires here. Thank you, everybody, and good night!